Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to week 3 of She's Crafty, a mini paper pad class. And this is this week's sketch that Shannon over on She's Crafty has picked out for everyone to play along with today. So I'm going to use my 6x8 Horizon paper pad, and then I do have the 12x12, so I pulled one sheet of that paper as well. I did go through before filming and just pulled out those sheets of 6x8 that I'm going to use for today's sketch. And each square is going to be cut into 1.5 by 1.5. And I know if you noticed the pictures, there were 4 of my little Sam. As a baby, he was probably maybe, I don't even know if he was 1 at that point yet. Maybe close to it, if not right over 1. And then the other one is him when he is 18 years old, that one. So I am going to do a then and now layout. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and trim all these to 1 by 1. And I'm going to trim the photos as well because there are some photos that need to go in with those little paper squares. And I'm going to trim them up to 1 by 1 as well. I have other photos scrapped of him playing, and I just really wanted his little face. Oh, I miss my baby when he was just a little baby. But while I'm getting all these trimmed up, I am going to go ahead and not do all of that on camera, and I do pop the big one up. Now, I am going to try to do a lot of these things left-handed during this video because the morning that I went to do this, I accidentally burnt my hand. I had a pot holder on, but it didn't work. So I do have a nice little rag full of ice sitting to the right of my screen, and every once in a while you'll see my right hand go off, and I'm just resting it. But I am right-handed, and left-handed is hard for me, guys. So anyway, that's enough about my little incident there. I am just going to go ahead and get all these laid down, and then I am going to bring my T-square ruler. And now all the pictures will be popped up on foam, and I do use my T-square ruler just to kind of get straight lines. They don't really even turn out straight, but that's cool. So while I'm getting all this set up, I do want to remind you that this is the She's Crafty, a mini paper pad class. And I will have all the beautiful ladies that are participating in the class linked in the description box below. There is also, Shannon also has a Facebook group. And every Sunday she posts the sketch for you guys. So this sketch will be up today. So if you want to play along, you can hop on over there and upload what you created. We'd like to see it. But yeah, I struggle, you guys know I struggle using the smaller paper pads, but when it calls for it, I'm really good at it. I guess that's conceited. Didn't mean to toot my own horn. In December when I was doing all the Christmas hops, I had a whole bunch of collections that I was, pulling in and out of, and one of the collections had a 6x6 paper pad with it. And I found I used all but maybe 2 sheets of that because when I was doing layouts that I needed, to trim things up or matte photos, I was pulling from the paper pad, the 6x6 paper pad, over cutting into a 12x12 sheet of paper. So I now, and this class has also helped me realize that, along with the scrap hop for January, that if you're forced to use the scraps, if you force yourself to use the scraps, you use them more. And by force, I mean, we choose one of these mini paper pads for this class, and then 2 sheets of 12x12 paper to create 2 layouts. And obviously you're not going to use up the whole paper pad, but it gets you jumpstart into using the smaller pieces, like this sketch. To be honest, I probably would have used a 12x12 sheet of paper to trim this all down, and then tried to figure out something else to do with the scraps, or if the scraps were too small, I would have just recycled them. But this is giving me so many ideas of how to use things. So I am having a ball with this class. and this is just our third week. And to watch, to go see all the other videos and all the other fun creations and that the other ladies are creating, and their takes on the sketches and how they're using their smaller paper pads is just inspiring. I'm at a loss for words when I see like all these ladies and all the fun things that they create, and I'm like, I would have never thought to do that. I mean, I don't know how you guys are when you're watching it and you're like, oh my god, why have I never thought to do that? So yeah, I definitely get inspired by watching these ladies, and I am so happy to play along. All right, so enough jabbering. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the layout. Now I've got everything adhered down, and like I said, the photos were just popped up on some foam, and I did overlay 2 of them onto the picture as the sketch showed. Now I do think that I've done this sketch before, and I think it may have been back in October on a different hop, but I didn't do the 1.5 by 1.5 squares. I made them bigger, so it looks really different because I know. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind. Even though you might have used a sketch before, change it up, make it your own, right? It's just the starting off point to give you inspiration. Right there was like some like little border strips on the sketch, and I have these jewel strips that I got from Dollar General or the Dollar Tree like eons ago, and it's like a rainbow. And since there's all these fun colors in the pictures in the papers that I'm using, I just went ahead and used those as my border strips. And then I do have this really cool, I was going to use that, but I do decide against it. That's just a little banner, and I am not going to make it a tag, but I do have some leftover chipboard that I threw into my little kit here, because I find it that I've been making page kits a lot more for, I used to do the page kits where I would make it and I'd be able to get like 3 to 6 layouts out of each little mini kit, I guess you could call it, and then, you know, just keep using the embellishments and the scraps and just keep creating more and more layouts. But I've just been putting enough in there, obviously, to use to make one layout, and I end up using a lot more of the products because I have a smaller inventory to pick from. I'm not overwhelmed with, well, what do I use? Like, I don't know. Well, does this look better? Does this look better? Well, this has to work because that's all I have. I did go ahead and pull that little chipboard in. There's the alligator and that little bitty blonde-haired guy with the glasses. He was cute, but I also wanted to cover up that hole at the bottom. I'm going to pull in the dragon. I was just pulling in a whole bunch of stuff. I do have to, like, I get it stuck down with the glue, and then I have to pull it just slightly to the right because I didn't want it to overhang. I am going to go ahead and stick this love you on there. And the title of my layout here is going to be Then and Now. And it's, the letters are a Hip Kit exclusive that I have in my stash from when I was a member of the Hip Kit Club. And I do have to piece some of them together. But I'm going to go ahead and put the title right on the picture in that empty space underneath the alligator. And it's just going to say Then and Now. I do pop on some of these little word stickers. And there's my Then and Now. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull apart these little gems and just sprinkle them around as enamel dots. And while I'm finishing up this layout, I do want to remind you guys once again to not forget to go down below in the description and check out all the other wonderful ladies that are playing along. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave me a comment down below. I usually get back to you almost right away. It depends on if I'm sleeping and you leave the comment. I will wait till I wake up. Also, there it is. So, excuse me, had a little coughing fit. I am going to come in with some splatters. I did pull the sketch back out, and I realized that there was some splatters on there. And, well, I love my splatters, and I love using my mixed media. I've been doing that a lot more lately. So I do get some of that Heidi swap on there in, I believe it's like a teal color. I'm not real sure the name of it. And that's going to do it. I do have some close-ups of the layout. So let me know what you guys think. And I will definitely see you tomorrow for another layout. Thanks. Bye.